Hey everyone, it's Katie Bueller. So, this question I got a couple of months ago, and I've been holding off on it because it's a little bit vulnerable, and I just think sometimes certain things are hard to talk about. Like for me, it's normal, but for me to tell others this, it's a little bit vulnerable for me. So, keep that in mind. Be kind to me in your comments. Um, so, I was asked if I've had any different gifts or if I was given any gifts coming back from my out of body experience or if I've noticed anything different from my out of body experience, from having it from before and then after. So I I personally don't know if this is from before or after. If I had it before, I just didn't notice it all the way, or if I got it during it, or if it's just gotten stronger and stronger. I know that it's gotten stronger and stronger recently, but that's because I'm like listening to my intuition and the answers. And so I feel like when you listen, God gives you more. So um, I have, since the out of body experience in 2015, September 2015 is when I had it. I have since then had several dreams. I don't know, some would call it visions, some would call it dreams, some would call it out of body experience, some would call it astral travel. It doesn't really matter what you call it. But I have had several of those, and I hesitate sharing them because, first of all, they're sacred. Second of all, I don't want you to think I'm different than you all, because I'm not. And it's just a vulnerable thing to share. So I have had 4, 5, 6. I could count on probably two hands of how many I've had since then. And what happens to me, I won't share all of them because some of them are just, I just, it's not that I can't share them. It's just that I don't want it to be like, I'm not treating them like they were sacred, if that makes any sense. This is why I've held off on this video. But I decided, what the heck? You might as well step into your fears all the way and just do it anyways. So, what happens a lot when it happens, it's I'm sleeping, and then I will. It's a vivid dream. So there's a difference when you have just like a dream, and then a nightmare. Like a nightmare, you wake up and you're just like, oh, like sweating or whatever. And a normal dream is just like a dream. It's like just a dream. It doesn't feel like that big of a deal. And a vision, and there's a lot of people actually have these. This isn't just me. So a dream or a vision, the way that it feels to me is I actually leave, my spirit leaves my body and I feel it. Like, for example, one of them I actually felt like I had one angel on my right side and one on my left, and I felt them, like, I felt going up, like I was going up, and it felt like really, really fast, and it felt like repelling, but going up. And then when I was coming back, I felt like really fast motion, almost like when you see this vision, just this thought just came to me in Twilight when he's running like really fast, Edward. It was like that, but it was like my body was experiencing it. So I know that it happened. And then I saw what I needed to see, or was told what I needed to be told, and then I came back down. And then as soon as my spirit hits my body, it's like a jolt, and I'm like boom, and wide awake, and it's like very shocking feeling to my body. and I'm white. I sit, like, it throws me right up halfway out of bed, and I'm like sitting up and just like, whoa. And it's like, I remember it all. And it's like a humbling experience, and a little bit shocking. And so I go and I do a video on them, and I've saved a lot of those in my email or like in my computer and stuff to remember like what I was told and what I experienced. Several of them, some of them were like contracts that I had made in like the pre-earth life, and I was being reminded of them. That was one of them. I won't go into all of them because I don't know if this is the place to do that. I have something coming up soon though that I will be sharing more stuff at. So stay tuned for that. But so I have had a lot more visions, and like before the out of body experience, I had maybe had like maybe one, but it wasn't. It was really cool, but it was really neat. And I remember that one, but I don't remember having it that often. And so now I've had several of a little girl who grabs my face and says, "You're going to be my mom." And slowly things are starting to unfold with that. And that's a whole nother story too. But and it's like I see her, and she's the same looking girl in each. I've had 3 dreams of that, and then a 4th of a family in it, but I didn't see her in it. And then but they're different than just a dream. They're so vivid, and it's so it's like I felt it when I was in it. And then when I jilted back into my body, I remembered it all. So I'm sure a lot of you have experienced this, and you would understand what I'm saying. So I've had a lot more of them since the out of body experience. So I don't know if you'd call that a gift. It's just stronger. My connection to the other side is a lot stronger. I also get a lot more intuition, and I think I had this before, but now I'm aware of it. Like, I'm very aware of it. And so all of a sudden I'll just be like driving down the street, and just some random, it'll just boom, like hit me like a ton of bricks. And I'll be like, whoa. And I'll just be told stuff. Like, it just in the past month, I had an experience where I can't like share that with you now because I will be soon. But it was really cool and very detailed. And I knew who was a part of it, and what I needed to do, and the space I needed to create for it. I saw everything. And it was very like, but I was awake. Like, it was just like, so I don't know if you'd call that a download. I don't know if you'd call that trying to think of the word. Just a knowing, a download. I don't know. But it was very clear, and it was like, felt very peaceful and like exciting, and just, I had a clear vision, completely clear vision of what to do. So that was really cool. And like, just random little things. I think I did a video before of like, take your son out of this, or put your kid in this class, just stuff like that. Just regular intuition. My intuition's a lot stronger. Even weird things, like, I'm not going to share some of these things. Not that you guys would think I'm weird, but just some of the things I'm like, what? And then, okay, I'll be told something, and then I'll go look it up online because I don't know that information. And then I'll go look it up online, and it'll be something like with the person, another person, and then me, like a trait that they have. And then I'll go look up online, and it will be true. And I'm like, whoa. And so it's just like, my angels and or my intuition or God helping me see that I have this quality so that I can open it up. so I can like trust in myself more. And they're just like little things here and there of stuff. Like a personality trait. The other day I was told, you're like this person. Your personality is like this person. You have the same Briggs-Myers personality as this person. And so I went and looked it up because it was a famous person, somebody who I really look up to. And I wasn't, like, I just wasn't paying, like, I wasn't thinking about anything like that. And then I'm like, So I went on the internet and I was researching. And sure enough, it said that online. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. So, like, but for me, it was certain things I'm moving forward with. There's reasons why I needed to be told that. So it's stuff like that. And the other thing was, so I was empathic before, but I didn't always understand it. Like, I didn't know how to separate my energy and somebody else's always. So sometimes I'd be around somebody and I would just be feeling anxious or like frustrated or whatever. And I didn't always understand that that wasn't mine, that was somebody else's. Where now I can separate the difference quite a bit. And sometimes I'll choose like sit in a different spot or I'll get up and move. So I don't pick up on their energy. And it doesn't happen all the time, but if somebody's got a really strong personality, I will pick up on their personality traits and do that. And it's just like an empathic thing I do. It's called crystalling. So I have that a lot stronger than before, but I don't know if it's because I'm aware of it. So, what's another thing? Yeah, so just those are a couple of things that I've noticed the difference in. I definitely listen to my intuition. To me now it's like a language, where before it would just, like, I would listen to it, but I didn't take it as serious. And now I definitely listen. Like, that's actually the thing I listen to the most. And I mostly don't get in my mind with it and analyze it because I'm like, I get it that that's straight from God or guardian angels or whatever, just like giving me an answer. And that's actually like my favorite thing is for me to help women tap into their own answers and how to do that. Because a lot of us go outside of ourselves and we seek outwardly for others' opinions and thoughts and feelings and who am I. And a lot of people don't know how to go inward within their own soul, their own heart, their own spirit, and find their own answers. And I understand that at a very deep level. And so that's my favorite type of session to do with women, is to help them find their own answers. And I don't have their answers, but I understand how to teach them to get their answers because I've done it. And so it's a different type of mentoring than is out there. So that's one thing that, like, and since my empathic side's gotten stronger, I think I don't know if it's from the experience or if it's just from me focusing on it more. But I think also once you use a gift, the gift expands and it gets stronger. And so I can help them. I feel a person when I'm with them, like, and actually it just depends on the person, because a lot of people have, children are very, very pure, and I can feel their energy almost immediately. Like, they don't have lots of walls. They didn't create lots of walls. They don't have all the crap that the adults have. Where with adults, we have like a lot more walls, and it's a lot. So if somebody's got all sorts of walls around them, they're like barricaded in, and it's a lot harder to get in. But other people who, it's not always like that either, though. Like, so if somebody's like telling me a story of like something they went through that's hard, I feel it as if I'm them. Like, I feel the heartache the way that they feel the heartache. And it can be really hard on me, actually, because it's like I'm in it with them. And that's just what it's like to be empathic. So if you have this trait and you sometimes when you're around people, you feel it as if you're them, you are empathic. And it's really good to understand that, because then you can kind of like you can try to like watch what you let in and not. For example, like I can't watch anything horror on TV. I just can't do it. It doesn't work for me. It's way too hard on my, I feel like sometimes when I speak like slow motion because I'm processing like how to put into words some of the spiritual things that happen to like an average person so that they understand it. But a lot of you guys have a lot of spiritual experiences, so I know that like it's not unique to me. It's just sometimes the words to try to find how to describe it are like hard to find words to describe it. So, but I can't watch like horror stuff. It disturbs me, and it's just like it affects my spirit and my, the dark energy of it. I can't handle it. So, anyways, so those are a couple of the things that I've noticed. I couldn't really give you a clear answer if it's come as a gift stronger, or if I already had them. I think I'm just a lot more aware of them from before, and now I'm starting to understand like the difference. So like, my sister Jessica's daughter, her name's, well, I won't share her name, but she's so cute, and when I go around her, she's so like in La La Land, if that's how I could describe it. And not being mean or anything, but like she loves babies, and she loves, she's imaginative in her mind, constantly imaginative in her mind. And so when my energy goes around her, I'm like, oh, like I literally can feel it, like how she feels. And it's sometimes her parents are like, come back to reality, because she does it a lot. And she's so cute, but she's definitely like, well, she's just very intuitive. Like she's actually really intuitive as a kid, and she's actually even seen angels and stuff. In fact, the night her little baby sister was born, she said, my baby sister's going to be born. And so the world calls it checking out or La La Land, but really she's highly intuitive. So she's just really spiritual. But like it's kind of like a La La Land vibe. So I will like feel it like I'm with her. So when I'm around her, I'm like, sing to me, tell me a story. Like I can go into that energy with her. So it's similar to that. I'm trying to think of another good example. Okay, my son, my middle child, he can be like very feisty, like very just direct, and this is how I feel, and I do it back to him. Like it's like I feel it and I mirror it, and I have to really watch that side of me to stay in my own energy. It's like a conscious effort to constantly be doing it. So I haven't really done a video on that as much, but yeah, so basically I call it crystalling, and it's where I almost like I mirror other people's personalities, and then I hear a lot. I see myself so clearly around you. Like I feel like I understand myself so much more when I'm around you. I get that a lot. And it's because I have the crystalline side to me. So I'll literally crystal people's personality traits. So sometimes I'll try to, like my husband's personality, he's very grounded. He's very grounded, very matter of fact. And so he's really good for me, because when I go around him, it grounds me. So, and I constantly already have to be grounding. Like when you are very intuitive, you're always in your like your third eye and your crown chakra. So I have to constantly be grounding, like in the earth, Epsom salt baths. What else? Some crystals, prayer, scriptures, anything that's like keeps me. Oh, meditation. I do meditation a ton, and ones that like open up my chakras, or even my root chakra to ground me, like on my lower chakra, stuff like that. So So those are some of the things that I have noticed. If you have more questions about it, you can message me or comment below. But that is just some of the things without going like too in depth with what they all were. And I'm not saying I won't share, but some of them were like really pretty sacred, and it's just something that I don't know if maybe this is the right place. I'm not saying I won't share them ever, but so yeah, it's really cool. It's cool to like have different insights and stuff, but this is not something unique to me. This is not something like, oh, Katie had this experience. Katie has these gifts. A lot of people have these gifts. They just don't know it. They don't understand how to tap into it. They don't see it as like, oh, I feel this person's energy. They don't see it like that because they haven't, I don't know, like some people just don't understand that. And I understand that, especially now compared to before. So sometimes I even know like people like different personality traits that they carry pretty quick just by being around them, and I feel it. The other day I was around my nephew and he had burned his finger, and we were in the front room, and this is kind of what it would feel like to be me. So he burned his finger. He's sitting against the couch, and I'm like, hey, how are you doing? He's like, good. And I was like, does your finger feel okay? He's like, yeah, it feels okay. And then I was like, can I see it? So I saw it. And I sometimes you can pull energy out of things, like to help people heal and stuff. And so I just was like grabbing the energy and like helping, just doing that with him. And then but I had to stop talking and putting him on the spot because I could feel he was uncomfortable. So that's what it would be like to be me in it. It's like I understood pretty quick because he's a child. And it was like I'm asking him questions, and his energy is like, just don't talk to me. He just wanted to be in his own space. That's what it felt like. And it felt like he was a little bit on the verge of tears. And if I was going to keep talking to him, it might come up through him. And he did not want that to happen. That I like knew all of that pretty quick. So I just was like, okay, I'm not going to talk to him. And so I was like, here, this will help you. And so we got him some ice and some stuff. And then at that point, I switched the focus to somebody else in the room because it was uncomfortable for him. I felt in my body how uncomfortable he was by being put on the spot from his emotions. Some people, they do not like to talk emotions. Other people, they love it. And it's unique to different people. So, and it's especially strong in children for me. They haven't learned to put all the walls up and all of that. Like, life hasn't kicked them yet all the way like it has adults. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyways, I went into like a million topics on this one. I hope you guys could follow. Anyways, so if you have any more questions, message me, and maybe in the future I'll share some of the other things in depth more. Some of them are about to happen. Some of them have already happened, and some of them haven't happened yet. And so, but like the different things just randomly throughout the day, like, yeah, it's just information. And I'm like, whoa, okay. It's pretty cool. And I think like what I have coming up soon, well, I hope you all can come because it's really cool to learn these type of things about yourself and how to do it, like how to tap into it. And so anyways, without saying very much more, I have 2 other people involved, both of my sisters, and we'll be sharing more about that soon. But we're not supposed to talk about that yet, or it's just not timing yet. We're working on all the details of it, and it's going to be really cool. That also just came to me, like just all of a sudden I just had this whole picture of everything I was supposed to do. So we were supposed to do. So that was really cool. Anyhow, all right, I hope you have a great day. And I totally just went 24 minutes when I was supposed to do like 5. So there you go. Hope you have a good night. Okay, love you all. Bye.